Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby if you don't already know me, and I love to talk all things personal finance, organization, and lifestyle. If you are interested in that type of thing, you should definitely subscribe and give this video a like. I also do monthly reset videos every single month, so if you love reset videos, then definitely join the family. And this month is going to be a September reset video, and I will be lumping together my regular reset videos. Sometimes I split them up into the goals and the reflections portion of the video, and then the money-based stuff into two separate videos, but I will just be lumping them together into a single video for this month. So I will be covering the August budget. I will show you guys exactly how much money I spent in the month of August. I will set a budget for the month of September, and then we will go through some monthly reflections for August, and then also cover some goals as well. Let's just jump right into it. It's gonna be a long one. Okay, so finances wise, I set a financial goal every single month of the year, just as a way to give myself a challenge and something to work towards. It's just how I make money more fun for myself. So my August financial challenge, I didn't actually mention this in my finance reset video for last month, but I ended up setting it in my mid-year reset video, but I ended up moving the July financial challenge that I didn't complete to the month of August, which was I wanted to thrift exclusively for clothes and things like that. So I did not actually achieve that goal in the month of August again. And I did say, like, if I didn't achieve it the second time, then I probably would just scrap that goal and not go back to it. But it was a good goal where it made me think about thrifting more, and there was definitely a lot of times that I wanted to just buy something new and I was like, no, I can't, I have to thrift. But what ended up happening because of my September financial goal, which is I want to have a low spend month before I leave on my trip to Europe in October. Because I'm leaving on my trip in October, I have things I have to buy before I go. So I ended up having to buy a lot of those things in the month of August just because I knew September is supposed to be a low spend month. So I couldn't achieve both goals at the same time, basically. So I ended up not completing August's goal, but I'm really firm on trying to get this low spend month in September. So hopefully we're gonna be good with that. So yeah, that's the September financial goal, is to spend less than $1,750 on my expenses. This is an annual goal of mine. I wanted to do that for 3 months of the year, and I've done it for 1 month, but I haven't done it since. So I'm hoping to do September and then December as well, and we shall see how that goes. But yeah, $1,750 on expenses alone is like a low spend for me, quite low spend for me actually. And we will kind of talk about this a little bit more when we go through the budget, just because I will have a little bit of exemptions, things that I won't count towards that expense value, if that makes sense. All right, so let's have a look at the budget. At the top here, you can see all of my totals. So for income, I was at $96.98, which is amazing. Expenses and bills were at $48.50. Savings and investments were at $31.90, and then credit cards were at $46.48. If you are new here, I am a credit card user, so I'm continuously putting all of my expenses onto my credit cards. So this looks like I spent like $8,000, for example. Like, it looks like I spent $4,000 on credit card debt, but that is just my bills from last month, and these expenses were put on credit again, so I don't actually owe those expenses until next month. That's why those numbers don't seem to add up. And if you are interested in this budget tracker that I'm showing on the screen right now, I will leave a link to it down below. I sell it on Etsy. I love looking at the 50-30-20 split. So this is sort of looking at your fixed versus variable versus savings rate. So they typically tell you that you should be 50% is spent on your needs, 30% is spent on your wants, and then 20% is supposed to be spent on savings. And my actual target values are closer to 30% plus on savings, and then I don't really care about the other two. My needs end up being quite low compared to my wants, just because I have low fixed costs, like my rent's quite low and things like that. So I don't really care about the other two. I just really am looking at that savings rate. So we had a 32% savings rate, which is perfect. That's exactly where I want to see it. And my wants were actually lower than my needs for this month, which is, I don't think we've seen that in a long time. So I'm very proud of that. And let's have a look over here. What else is interesting? Yeah, most of my money went to my credit card bills from July. I had back-to-back very expensive months. May, June, and July were all just super expensive for me. So I've been trying to catch up on credit card payments and just trying to get back to a normal place with my budget. And I think hopefully next month we will be a lot better just because this month was pretty chill. Most of my savings went to my retirement account, my TFSA, my FHSA, and then following that went to my business taxes, and then to Italy was next, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. And most of my money this month was spent on groceries and travel, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So perfect. And you can see my cash account balances over here. So I should have about $2,500 in my checking once I pay my rent. And then these are where my current credit card balances are sitting at. I'm about to pay my TD card, so my checking account will basically go down quite a bit, but that is the only card that is due at the beginning of the month. And then my other 3 cards are due closer to the end of the next month, so I don't have to worry about them until a couple paychecks down. So that is always great. Cover income. So my regular 9-to-5 job, my paychecks are exactly as usual, about $25.69. I ended up selling something on Facebook Marketplace, so I got $22 from that. I had to take out $1,800 from my sinking funds to pay my credit card bills from July. So I basically waited until my credit card bills were due and I didn't have enough money to cover them, so I had to pull from my sinking funds. So I ended up pulling a lot of this from my weddings account. I had a lot of money in that account, so I didn't necessarily need that much money in that account, so I pulled a lot of it from there, and I'm hoping to just build this back up over this month or the next month. I don't plan on just taking this out and leaving it out. It's going to be refilled. Bonus, this is money that I get transferred from other people when I pay like lump sum amounts for things. So I pay my family's mobile plan and then my family members just e-transfer me. So they haven't e-transferred me yet, but it should be around $200 once everything is accounted for. Etsy, I ended up making $1,300, which is amazing. Love that. And YouTube AdSense was about $900. And then from my Gumroad sales for my Notion template, I got about $340. This is all side hustle stuff, and this is so cool. That is a good chunk of change that I was not making 6 months ago. So this is always so exciting and I love to see it. And if you guys have any interest in starting a side hustle or starting a YouTube account or making digital products, I highly recommend it. It is, you know, a lot of effort up front and there's no guarantees that you're gonna make any money. If it works out, it is amazing. It's a great way to have some additional income. It would take me so much more effort to make this much more money at my day job. Like I would have to get significant promotions and probably switch companies a couple of times. Side hustles are the way to go. Groceries, I spent more than usual. I don't know why I'm feeling so tongue-tied today. I don't know if that's coming across in this video, and I'm misspeaking a lot, so sorry if I sound a little bit ridiculous today. Expenses, I spent $667 on groceries, and I don't know why. I don't feel like I spent that much on groceries. Like I really think we did a good job of only buying what we needed. I only got one meal delivery kit this month. My boyfriend was away for a week, so I paid for the groceries. It was just for myself. So I actually am just very confused why this is this high. I did owe some back money towards groceries. I probably owed like $80 in back pay groceries for trips I went on in July that I had to just e-transfer money for my portion of groceries. So maybe that's why, but still $667 is really high for groceries. Oh yes, I live with my boyfriend, David, in this 1-bedroom apartment, and we split expenses as much as possible, but we don't actually track it. We just try to make it even. And I would say I probably spent more this month than he did on a lot of our day-to-day needs, but it's hard to know until we sit down. If anything, it's probably like 60-40. Like they're very close. It's just, there might be a little bit more on like the cat's food and our groceries and stuff like that this month, but we just try to balance it out over time. We kind of think of it as our money at this point. Transportation was $387, and yeah, this is also high, but I think I had to gas up twice. I think that's just it. I think gas up twice, I had to get a car wash, some Ubers, some train rides, and yeah, $387 apparently. Eating out, I spent $4.51. So low. Yeah, it's been a really good eating out month for me. My boyfriend paid for us to eat out a couple of times. We ate out, we went for brunch this weekend, and we might have gone for some food another time. I ate out more than this. This is the only amount that I actually paid for. Coffee, I spent $17.20, which is probably the lowest I've spent on coffee in a really long time, and I'm kind of shook by it. I still feel like I had a couple of coffees out, but yeah, this is good. I like to see it. Drinking and cannabis. This is a category I try not to spend too much money in, and I spent only $60, which is very awesome. Good amount of money, so happy with that. Clothes, I budgeted about $300. This is my kryptonite, so if you are new here, I like spending money on clothes. It's my favorite thing to spend money on. I think the only thing I really am constantly thinking about buying is clothes. I budgeted $300, but I ended up spending $442, namely because I ended up ordering some stuff for Italy in October this month instead of next month because I'm trying to do a low spend next month. And I also bought a pair of Lululemon shorts that ended up being more expensive than I expected. So those definitely were a big chunk of this. But yeah, I think I ended up spending, I went to the thrift store, I bought a bunch of items. It was like 35 bucks. So that was amazing. I bought the Lululemon shorts. I bought some accessories from Temu. I got a bunch of like sunglasses and just earrings and little just items I was needing for like travel, especially. Like I don't want to like take a bunch of my expensive jewelry and expensive sunglasses and then lose them. I just need like a good cheap pair of sunglasses and good chunky gold hoops. I lost my gold hoops from Amazon, so I bought a new pair from Temu. I bought a new bag that's like a crossbody, but it could also be worn as a clutch. I bought a pair of ballet flats because I don't know if I actually like the look of ballet flats on myself. So I wanted to try like a very cheap, just basic pair just to see if I even like the way they look on me before I go for it. What else did I get from Temu? I got a pair of one of those like striped boxer shorts that everyone's been wearing. I don't need an expensive, high quality pair for these. I'm just gonna give them a go. Not sure if I'm gonna love them. That is included here. And then I did also order 3 items from Commence. I've never ordered from Commence before, but it kept coming up and I was trying to find like better quality clothes, especially now it's the end of summer. I thought I could maybe get some good end of summer sales. Couldn't find anything. So ordered from Commence. I have never ordered from there before and I will let you guys know if I like it or not. But hopefully this is everything I need for my Europe trip. I think it is everything I need for my Europe trip. I even got shoes. I got some flip-flops because I needed some flip-flops. So I should be good to go for Europe, which is great. 442 is higher than normal, but not awful considering I ordered all of that stuff for my trip. And then beauty, I budgeted 100, I spent 113, so super close. That is good to see. Fun, I only spent 22. Orlando was expensive, so I have 2 cats, Orlando and Oscar. Oscar is the new addition. He's a little kitten and he is sleeping right over there. Let's see if we can get him in here. Hi, baby. So Orlando and Oscar are my cats. I only budgeted 150, which is about a 2-week supply of their food. I was hoping that David could buy the other haul, but I have the car, so I usually just end up driving by and picking it up on my way home. So that ended up being $307. So cat food, not cheap anymore. This is literally just cat food and for 2 cats. We do give them wet food, so I think kibble would be cheaper, but I'm not willing to just give them kibbles. Yeah, I guess their groceries are almost as much as our groceries. Okay, health-wise, I budgeted 150 and I only spent 97. Gifts, I budgeted 75 and I spent 103. And I'm trying to think of what I ended up buying for gifts. Yeah, I can quickly go through my expenses at the end. Discretionary, so I budgeted 0 and then I ended up spending 120. So my dad is the member for Costco of the account I'm on. I'm basically just added on as like a +1 family member of his. Back when we used to live at the same address, I got on his Costco membership and I've just been on it ever since. And we kind of alternate who pays for it. And he has the executive membership. And I went in and I was buying something and he hadn't renewed it. So I renewed it for him. So that was 120 for the executive membership, which kind of sucks if I think about it because I'm pretty sure he gets all the rebates. That is that. Travel, we finished booking everything for our trip, thank God. We do still have to book tours and stuff, but accommodations and trains and all that has been booked. Final total for that was 773. I budgeted 500, but I also just been budgeting 500 as like a general. I don't know how much we're gonna be spending on travel, so I'm not upset about this. I'm just happy we are done finally booking stuff, thank God. Okay, bills all are pretty standard. My mobile was 10 bucks more. My rent was 1,100 as usual. My renter's insurance was way more. I usually have like a $25 charge for renter's insurance, and this is for me and David's, both of ours together. And we had an issue where my credit card got updated and they didn't obviously have the new credit card number, even though so many companies I know have proceeded to continue to bill me even after my credit card is updated. Like they have the ability to continue charging that card. Some reason renter's insurance does not. And they basically like canceled our plan and it was this big ordeal. So anyway, we had to get a whole new plan, and they no longer let you do a month-to-month payment. It's just like an upfront payment. So for the year, it was like $280 something, and then I had back order charges of like 40 bucks. It was about $300.30 that I was not expecting, but whatever. We're done and paid for the year. I no longer have that bill anymore, so I guess that's nice. Rent I paid for $16.71. My TD checking fee. A lot of you guys mentioned that if you are a member at TD, the TD checking fee is waived if you have $3,000 in your checking account. I did the math and I have a 5% interest rate on my high yield savings account. So I just did the math of like, is it better for me to get this money back every month, the 1095, or is it better to keep that money in the high yield? And it works out to be better in the high yield, although there are tax implications, like the tax on the high yields is quite high. So I'm sure they're probably about the same. I just don't really feel like having $3,000 sitting in my TD checking account doing nothing for me. I don't know. It just feels better to have my money separated, especially because I think mentally I will spend that money if I see it there. Whereas like my savings account, I know that is not to be spent. So I think just for the mental part of it, I think I'm just gonna keep paying the TD checking account fee. And then I also canceled my CapCut Pro membership, so I did not have to pay that one this month. Okay, savings. I have automatic savings every single month, so every time I get paid, money gets taken out of my account the same day I get paid and put into savings accounts. So I have sinking funds for holidays, which is like Christmas. I have one for my cats. Instead of doing pet insurance, we just put money into a savings account. I have one for my car insurance, and then just in case if my car needs any repairs or anything like that. I have a beauty save account where I save up for Botox and beauty treatments like that. And then obviously I have my Italy account, which I've been saving up for Italy. And also a business tax account because now I have side hustle business income. So yeah, I basically hit all of my targets for this, obviously because it's an automatic deposit. It's exactly what was expected. And I ended up putting my YouTube payment into my business taxes, 600 of it. And then the remainder I put into my Italy account. So that is why my Italy account is a little bit higher there. Next up is investments. I invested my automatic investment amount is normal. So the same way I have automatic savings set up, I have automatic investment set up. So this is just what gets taken out of my paycheck every single time I get paid. So 300 to my FHSA, 250 to my TFSA, and then 1280 into my retirement account. And if you're wondering why I'm putting so much more money into my retirement versus my TFSA and my FHSA, it is just because I am close to maxing those other two out. So I have way more contribution room in my retirement account, and that's why most of my money is going to the retirement account. Credit card payments were exactly what my statement balances were. So 1881 went to my Amex, 1148 went to my RBC, 241 went to my Neo MasterCard, and then 1377 went to my TD Visa. Let's go through some of the expenses for the month. I haven't been doing a mid-month check-in, and it's usually where I go through all of my expenses, and I find that this is just kind of fun. So let's go through at the beginning of the month. I got some Etsy income. I paid off my TD Visa. I got a coffee at Wayne and Frida in Penticton for $5. My favorite coffee shop in Penticton. If you're ever there, definitely hit it up. I then pulled that money out of my sinking funds to pay my credit card. I got some groceries at London Drugs for coffee and milk for my office. That was $23. I got $15 at Save On for just a couple of groceries we were missing. I got food for the boys at PetSmart. That was $161. I paid off my Neo MasterCard. Then I got gas for my car. That was $116. I went to the No Frills grocery store. That was $65. I got gas again for $106.45. This is when I went out to the Okanagan. So that usually is like a full tank of gas for me. So that's why I got gas so close together. I then had my rent bill payment. I got coffee again at Wayne and Frida again. That was $5. I paid for my Patreon account. That was $672. I grabbed a round of drinks. We all went to Dirty Laundry in Penticton. It's a winery, and I grabbed a round of drinks of frosés. There was 3 frosés, so that is $36.75. I got paid by Etsy again. I back paid some groceries for that 30th birthday I went to in July, so I owed $40 for groceries. Then I sold a couple items on Marketplace for $22. I got paid from Gumroad, so this is for my Notion template. I got a car wash for $12.60. I grabbed a coconut oil treatment for my hair from London Drugs. That was $10. I grabbed some groceries from the vegan supply store. That was $41. I grabbed some other groceries. Oh, this is my Fresh Prep order. I love Fresh Prep so much. They're a Canadian food delivery service, so this was $61.78. I then got paid and had all of my automatic payments come out, or automatic transfers. I paid my RBC Avion card. I spent $23 at the BC Cannabis store. I had an overdue payment for, this is like for our renter's insurance, so that was $44.68. My dad ordered some stuff on Amazon and accidentally used my credit card, so that was $53. I didn't want to tell him because I feel like I've done that before too, so you know, pay it forward, we're all good. I ordered my hair supplements because my hair has been falling out again, so I've been wanting to get back on the supplements that were working for me, so those are $97 every single month. It's atrocious. I ran out of my favorite lip gloss, the one I'm wearing today. This is the Fenty Heat Gloss Bomb, and it's in hot chocolate. It's my favorite lip gloss ever. Ran out of that. I had it for 2 years before it ran out. And it was gone. Like every little last bit was gone. So money well spent, super happy to buy it again. I then refilled my gas again, $139. Okay, I'm starting to understand why my gas was so high. I paid for some flights for me and David to get to Milan. That was $223. I paid for half of the groceries I owed my brother. My brother bought some groceries in July. I owed him $35 for that. I paid for a gift, so we ended up paying for a big thing. Me and my brother ended up splitting a bill. That was $50 for my half. We ended up going, me and my friend went to go see It Ends With Us, so that was $16. My bill for my Rogers bill, my phone bill. Then we ended up paying for our hotel in Lake Como, so that was $226 with points. And then groceries, $62. Parking at the beach, $2.70. My annual renter's insurance got charged again. That was $288. Got paid from Etsy, paid from Gumroad. I did a Costco haul, $121 there. I did a No Frills grocery haul. That was $112. I got a kombucha. That was $4.50. That was the Costco membership right there, $120. Then I got paid from Etsy again. And then I got an e-transfer for $50. Paid for the boys' food again. That was $146. I bought those Lululemon shorts, which were $98. So expensive for shorts. I did not do the math on that at all. Then I got a cappuccino, and that was $7. I spent money on some clothes at Value Village. That was $37. I paid for our hotel in Amalfi. That was $282. Got paid from Gumroad again. I bought a pair of boots for the fall. I actually got a pair of beautiful boots that were on sale for $80 and they're gorgeous. They actually just came in today, so I'm super excited about those. But yeah, I got a pair of boots for the fall. I paid for a train ride, $6.40. I paid for those Temu accessories I told you guys about, so that was $73. I paid for parking, some groceries at Save On, some more groceries at No Frills. We ended up switching our hotels. We canceled one and then transferred to another one, so there was like a weird $1.36 that was unaccounted for. Some more groceries from Urban Fare, $16.97. I bought a couple of things from Amazon, so I bought a new hair bonnet for sleeping and some curling rods that I saw somebody using like for a blowout, overnight blowout. And then I also bought one of those gel sticks for slick back ponytails, and that was $10. And then Too Faced washes deal. Oh, and then I bought new cleanser. My cleanser ran out and they had a discount for if you bought 2 of them at the same time, then you got a deal. So I bought 2 at the same time. Then I got paid all of my automatic transfers, got YouTube AdSense payment, did my transfers for my business taxes, rent, and then the commence haul I just did. That was today. So that was $151.47. Okay, so that is everything I spent my money on in August, and let's go over to September. So as mentioned, I am trying to do a low spend month for September. So plan is to spend less than $17.50 on expenses, and I might need to just touch up some of these numbers here. Yeah, it says I'm at $18.40, so we might have to just have another look at this. I'm gonna see if I can bring my groceries down to $4.50. Maybe this just means like getting David to pay for a couple more of them than normal. And I'm gonna see if I can just do one gas up in September just to align with the low spend. Those are like the 2 main goals that are gonna be quite hard for me. Eating out, I think should be fine. This is currently at $40. I think I could probably do 25 and just still be fine. Coffee down from 30 to 20 for the budget. Drinking and cannabis. I am currently doing instead of doing 75 hard and instead of doing 75 soft, I'm doing 45 soft because that's the amount of time before I leave on my trip. So I'm currently doing a 45 soft challenge, and this is heavily influenced by Erin Confortini, I think is her name. I will leave her stuff in the description box, but she's doing a 75 soft challenge and it definitely inspired me to do one. I've made my own rules for this and I can talk about this in a video later on if you guys are interested, but I am trying to do max 2 drinks a week. So I don't think I'm gonna be spending too much money on alcohol. Hopefully 40 is fine. Clothes, I don't foresee anything. The only thing I can think of is I might just buy a couple things for fall and not for my actual trip, but I'm gonna try to do secondhand for those. I really need some new sweaters and I definitely think I can find them at the thrift store. So I don't think I need to. I'm actually gonna go 100 here, max. Hopefully that is fine. Beauty, I do need to get Botox. I have full movement in my forehead quite a bit. So it is time and I'm hoping to like delay it a bit. I'm up like right now, but I'm hoping to delay it a bit, maybe 2 weeks into September. I should be able to do that. So yeah, but that is usually about $250 to $300 right there. Fun, I budgeted 25. Orlando, I'm hopefully gonna do only one haul for them. This is gonna be tricky. I usually end up buying most of their food, so we'll see. Hopefully David can pick up the other one. Health, I have a dentist appointment and I have a massage. And I think my massage, I'm out of benefits coverage. We'll see with David's benefits, I'm not sure, but definitely my dentist appointment is gonna be probably $120 right there. So this is kind of a category I can't go too much lower on, unfortunately. Home, I also am hoping to cross the border and go to Target. I want to get some fall candles and then maybe like a couple of fall like decor little like side pieces, like maybe some more pampas grass or like little things like this where I can just make the home feel more fall without buying like outright fall decor. So I've left $100 there, but I think I might just go 50 just so I can get my expenses down to $1,750. This is hard, like we're already so tight on the stuff. And then travel is 200 because we still haven't booked tours and we definitely want to do a bunch of tours. We want to do like a pasta making class and like a winery tour and things like that. So we do still have a lot of stuff we need to book tour wise. So I'm worried that hopefully if we spend a lot in the travel category, because all of my travel stuff is coming from a sinking fund, I can maybe like not count it towards the $1,750. We shall see. And then donations is 40. Oh my God, we didn't cover donations for August. Oh yes, I haven't donated yet, but I am planning to do so today or tomorrow. And I definitely will probably pick something from Palestine again. If you guys have any recommendations on where to donate for Palestine or Palestine related things, definitely let me know and I will donate $40 as usual. So apparently in September, I have my RBC annual credit card bill will go through, but I'm actually gonna cancel that because I have a really good new TD credit card and they waived the annual fee for that one. So I think I'm gonna cancel both of my cards that have annual fees and just use that card for the remainder of the year. And then we'll see next year. I do love my Avion. I've had it for a really long time, but I'm just curious if I got rid of the annual fees for all of my cards and just use like one good travel card, if that would be like better sort of thing, you know? And CapCut Pro, we are not paying for anymore. And renter's insurance, we won't pay for anymore as well. Okay, and then just totally dependent income-wise on how much I get from Etsy, AdSense, and Gumroad. I will then alter my business taxes amount. I think right now, let's just say like 400, and then we'll see when it comes to that. Yeah, it says I'm negative 281 right now, but I think I can just put less here for right now. 100 then, that should get us above zero. Oh yeah, so we're above zero right now, so that's good to see. Okay, that is the financial portion of this video. Let's go over to my monthly reset page in Notion. September reset. So let's do a monthly reflection. What were my monthly wins? I said rest and taking more of a relaxed mindset with everything. I think this month I was really good about not stressing too much, not being too hard on myself. I'm usually quite hard on myself, especially with YouTube and not being able to get content out or not doing enough in my side hustle stuff. And I was really just able to relax and enjoy the summer, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So I think that was a huge win. Lessons wise, what did I learn this month? I definitely need to reach out to my family and friends more. I just don't like intuitively think to do so. I feel like I just kind of have social anxiety with stuff like that. So I just need to put more effort and energy into that. And I talked about that a little bit in my mid-year reset, if you saw that video. List something new I did. I couldn't think of anything new I did. I will continue to think on this one, but I don't think I did anything new this last month. And what was my favorite memories of the month? I didn't write this one down, but definitely going to Penticton over August long. That was amazing. Always a highlight of like my whole year going there. And just reading on my Kindle and chilling and relaxing and enjoying the last little bits of summer has been great. And then also while David was away, I had the house to myself for like 10 days and the cats were so attached to me because they're pretty attached to David as well. And you know, when they split their affection, it's just different. So when they were just the two of them with me, I felt like I was their number one, and there was lots of cuddles and love, and it was just very sweet. So that was definitely a highlight as well. And what habits will I carry forward? Obviously the 45 soft habits that I've started. So we are carrying that through all the way through September. That should be fun. And then monthly books. So I finished The Assassin's Blade, which is the third book in the, I wanted to say the Assassin's Blade series, but no, Throne of Glass series. That was book 3. I gave it 4 stars. It was good, but I was definitely antsy to get back to the main storyline. Although at the end though, I was like kind of forgot what the main plot was because I was so into the book. But yeah, it was just kind of sad because you knew what was coming. I read the books in the normal order. So like 1, 2, and 3, but a lot of people read this book first because it's sort of a prequel to the first 2 books. I read them in the normal order. So this book, I knew what happened. And so it was kind of sad having to go through it all. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. You know, it's Sarah J. Maas. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's entertaining. And then I read One Dark Window, which was a 5-star read. I don't think I've had a 5-star read since Manacled at the beginning of the year. And this was so good. I loved this book. Such a big fan of this one. I just like all of it. I love the magic. I loved like the dark, gothic, creepy vibes. Definitely an amazing fall read if you're looking for some spooky, dark fantasy to read in the fall. It was giving fall vibe. Lots of like dark imagery and like gothic vibes. And I loved that the magic is like relating to these cards that they have in the plot. It's a very unique plot line. Basically, you get infected with this disease, and then after that you're infected, you become magical. And so they kill anybody who gets the disease. But the only allowed form of magic is when you have a card, like a magical card. They're kind of like tarot cards. And then you can tap that card and use that card's magic, but it comes at a cost. Like you will have a negative effect after using that card for too long. But that's basically the premise. It's like a magical fantasy sort of thing. And it was so good. And there was a little bit of romance, but not too much, which is what I like. Like I like the romance to be there. I need it to be there, but it doesn't need to be the main plot line. It just needs to be there, you know? So absolutely love that book. Fantastic read. And I'm not going to do monthly favorites because I'm going to be doing a big like fall favorites, just like annual favorites video. I've been just collecting all of my favorites for the last couple of months. So that will be coming up video wise shortly. So let's go back to goals. We did not set August goals. So we're just going to be looking at September goals, and these should be pretty straightforward. So my monthly intention is to recharge, relax, recharge, you know, right before my trip. I just want to, 1, not spend too much money, and 2, you know, get into the fall spirit, be more cool with being indoors, read more, you know, maybe play some fun fall video games. I don't know. I might go back to playing Harry Potter. I haven't finished the Harry Potter game. Recharge is my word for intention. And then my top 3 goals, obviously number 1 is to do my low spend. I'm going to try with all of my hardest might. I'm going to try to do this low spend. I'm very, very firm on this one. I usually am kind of wish-washy with my financial goals, but this one I'm going to be very firm with. And then my 45 soft challenge, that is obviously something that I'm going to be doing daily habits, checking them off every day. Technically speaking, you're supposed to restart your 45 days if you miss it, but obviously I'm going on my trip. So, but I'm trying to be really firm with it. Pretend that I'm actually doing the 75 hard kind of thing. And then I haven't gotten a PAP. I was supposed to get a PAP for August. I haven't gotten it. So I have to go to a random. My doctor is no longer available. So this is just something I've been kind of dreading, but it needs to be done. So 100% it's happening in September. And then obviously going along with that, I need to look for a new doctor. My doctor is no longer with it. Yeah, she left. So need a new doctor. I want to upload 3 shorts. I want to get back into like prioritizing shorts a little bit more than I have been. And especially with like more beauty stuff like that, I feel like you guys always ask me like, what do you do for your hair? What do you do for your makeup? And I feel like shorts is kind of a good way to like show that stuff without, you know, doing a dedicated beauty video. That I want to clean out my closet and my dresser. I just mean like just taking stuff out and then refolding it and putting back in. Like I just feel like I can't close my drawers right now, and I know it's just because everything's shoved in there. So that needs to be done. I also want to go through my bathroom products. I feel like I have a lot of outdated, like just ready to be thrown out products that I'm holding on to that are once again closing it. But the bathroom is basically the same situation. Everything's just kind of thrown together and things are flying out in every direction, and David is very annoyed with me. So it is time for me to go through that stuff. I also want to start my version 2 tracker. So this budget tracker, I'm hoping to come out with a second version for 2025. I haven't started on it and I need to, so this needs to start. I want to read 2 books this month. I don't often read, like physically read, instead of like an audiobook and a physical book. I don't often get to 2, but I want to get to 2 this month. I want to do a big girls hangout. I haven't seen like my core girl gang all together in a little while, so I want to do that. I want to do at least 1 date night with David. We haven't done a date night in a while, so that is something else I want to do. And I want to go thrifting 1 to 2 times, hoping to find find some good sweaters for the fall. So that is everything for that. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me for the September reset. I had a lot of fun resetting with you guys today, and I'm looking forward to September. Hopefully we will tick off all of our financial goals. I am really gonna try for this one. And yeah, let me know what you guys are doing in the month of September. Are you focusing financially on any sort of goals? Are you paying off debt? Are you trying to invest more? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
And you wanna keep it moving, passing through another stage. We got dreams that we're pursuing.